Hey, all you recovering emo kids, Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's episode, we are joined by Mike and Mark from the band Me. And you're probably asking yourselves, Mark O'Connell? You mean from Taking Back Sunday? Yes. The band formed by Eddie Reyes and Mark O'Connell, former members of Taking Back Sunday. They came on the podcast to talk about the new band, their new creative directions and creative outlet. They have an album coming out in July. They already have a single called Special that's out. They have another one coming out in a couple of weeks as well called Grown Man. And it was so refreshing to sit and talk to Mark and Mike just about the journey of the band, the inspiration behind the new album. And we got to learn so much about them and their journeys and what to look forward to with this band, which I feel like is a lot. I think we can.
Mark is the shit. That dude was a bundle of like energy and excitement, and Mike
positive energy,
so sweet, just like positive energy. I feel like just I could feel their excitement for this project. It got me excited. It got me like a little emotional. Like
it did.
Just seeing. Yeah, it was. I didn't know what to expect. Sometimes we've had interviews with people from, bands in the past, and it's turned into like, it's some shit slingy stuff, or something like that. And it's like, we don't really want to be engaged in that here, but that's not what they're about. It seems to be about like moving forward.
Looking forward, yeah.
Just fucking getting back to their roots of what they like and just getting to play getting to play your drum set again, fucking getting to, like, this is exciting, playing instruments with your friends and making up songs. And it was a beautiful time, right?
It was a beautiful time. I really enjoyed myself.
Before we get to that, do us a favor, subscribe to us on the podcast here. We're getting really close to getting monetized, okay? We're getting really fucking close. We're like, we need like 70 more of you or so to just subscribe, please. Please do that. Also follow us on the internet, social media links and stuff are down there. As always, this episode is brought to you by Protégé. Protégé is the all-in-one face serum. It'll fix your face, okay? It'll take it from fucky to fresh. You go over to protege.com, you enter Emo Kids at checkout, you get your first tube for $10. After that, you enter Rob40 at checkout. I don't know what to do with my hair when I don't have a hat on.
It's beautiful.
You enter Rob40 at checkout, you pay you get 40% off forever at protege.com. Now, with all that being said, here's me. I tried to lift it up, but
it just wouldn't budge. I took the fly. Beautiful thing. Happy to have you all on.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem at all. Are Neil and Eddie joining us, or just gonna be you two?
I think just us. I think it's just
perfect.
us.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Let's dive in.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mike, nice to meet you, Mike. Mark,
Hi.
Nice to see you again. In the sense of music fans and the like, So
nice to be doing this again.
I was gonna say, so vastly different stories here. Will be exciting to hear both from both of you. Obviously, Me, the new band.
Yeah.
Who is Me?
Yeah, who is Me?
Mike, you wanna say?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm from what I've gathered, Me was just, Mark and Eddie's name at first as the name of the band. But it was a chance for them to reconnect and start playing music again, find a way to get back to like where they got to express themselves without other creatives in the way trying to form the idea before it was formed. And I think most of the record, almost all of it, is in that form. Eddie and Mark had a song or an instrumental idea that they put together before I even tried to tackle anything else with the song. And
if I'm not mistaken, Mark and Eddie, you guys were fucking around together in the garage playing music. That's probably what really made you start loving this shit.
Yep.
Somewhere along the way, it becomes a business, and then it becomes a hassle and all this other stuff going on. At some point, I'm guessing at some point you had to reconnect with like, oh yeah, this is why we did this. This is fun.
In
Like
the
I like
first
hitting my
place, yeah.
drums with my friend.
Yeah.
You know, there is so much. There has been so much of that exactly with me
Yeah.
personally. In the last 3 years, like I stopped drinking May 18th, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was gonna
May
say, yeah,
18th.
Congratulations, by the way. Yeah,
happy
happy.
sobriety birthday.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't be, I am so proud of that. And like, that is what enabled the positive life that I'm living. I am
Yeah.
now living. Um, and man, like, shit, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? What was the question again?
The freedom of getting back to like just
Writing
enjoying,
music.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
For music. Yeah.
what's fun
For
about
music's
this?
sake.
Yeah.
Right. It like the same reasons that you go to the basement as a little kid. Like I had like, man, like I did a drummer interview earlier and I started thinking about Metallica and what the role that they played in my life. I had
Mhm.
a Thrasher magazine poster of
Yeah.
Metallica from Garage Days, the first Garage Days, and they're superheroes to me. And you know, I'm
Sick.
sitting there with my Justice for All shirt behind my Premier drums. Like so, like that's the realest form of being creative at a young age
Yeah.
and not expecting anything from it. I want to say that like me didn't start like with Eddie and I coming together. It wasn't about streams. We didn't give
Yeah.
one fuck about one stream. If we
Yep.
got
No.
zero stream, like that was one of the first things that we said to each other. This isn't about fucking coming out and seeing what you know, whatever it is. It was personal. It was
Yeah.
he was a brother.
Mhm.
He is a brother. And when we weren't talking, I used to say to him, "Well, it's kind of like when you lose touch with your brother, and but he's still my
Yeah.
brother, you know."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Were you guys
uh,
kind of out of
Yeah.
touch those few years? Like, because Eddie
When he
left a few years
left.
before
Yeah.
you. So were you guys kind of not quite in touch the same way until you left and then formed again?
yeah, like coming out of you know the situation that we both had, there's a
Yeah.
lot to it. There's a lot to
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me all the reasons that we came together, it was all pure. And it wasn't easy. It's hard and it's still hard. We have to be delicate with each other and we got to
Yeah.
care for each other and love each other. And that's what we're doing. And I'll tell you what, with the fact that Eddie and I had that creative freedom to make these tracks,
Yeah.
I swear to God, the karmic musical gods came and was like, here's this motherfucker Mike Jansen, because you
Yeah.
deserve the best of the best of the best. And I really
Sick.
believe that's real. This dude he's on another level, man. And it's really exciting.
Yeah.
It's
Let's talk.
really
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Let's
So
talk
yeah,
about Mike for
you
a
guys
second.
found
Yeah.
Mike, I'm fascinated by this story of how you came into the picture here because I remember like
Yeah.
you guys did an audition, like a
Yeah.
public
I think a
audition,
friend
kind
of
of.
ours actually might have put a tape
Yeah.
in at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of. They said they weren't looking for a singer. That was like their whole big thing. We're not looking for a singer.
Yeah.
We're looking for different creatives to work with. And I grew
Okay.
up, you know, like listening to Taking Back Sunday when Tell All Your Friends came out when I was in high school, and you know the records after that. Like they've always been
Yeah.
part of the you know the mixtape of my life. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
when I saw an opportunity to like just do a song for fun with two of the guys from a band I've been listening to for 25 years, I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't really think about it when writing the first song as like, this is now what my life is. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still looking at
Exactly.
like you're amongst like looking outside or like make a wish, kind of like, oh, cool, I'm getting to do this neat thing, not like
Yeah.
we're brothers, we're
yeah,
peers now.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I'd grown up playing in bands. I just never really saw the financial success of it from my own writing.
Mm-hmm.
But, I've always been in creative processes. I play for like restaurants and hotels mainly now and private events and weddings.
Oh no.
And I've made like
Yeah, I
a
got you.
good livelihood from that. But, that was never like why I decided to play guitar when I was, 10 years old. It's just like, I just
Yeah.
liked playing. So as I grew up
Yeah.
and
Hell yeah.
the other options just weren't there, I was like, I'm going to keep playing in whatever regards that I can. It kind of acted as, training for this. Cause when this
Yeah.
project came into play, like I was already singing 3 hours a day, at events. It wasn't
Yeah.
something I had to like start to train for. It was like, oh, I already do this, but not, not on
Yeah.
that level, not on that creative intensity. So I didn't really feel the pressure of starting it because, like, if they had been like, yo, we're looking for a singer, I probably wouldn't have done it. I'm 40. I've got things
Yeah.
going on. I just got
Okay.
married. I wasn't looking for that outlet,
Oh,
but it was like
congrats.
they were looking for someone to do one thing. I'm like, okay, had fun with it. They sent me a bunch of other ideas at the same time. So I just started writing to them again because it's fun and they write really good shit. So it was like, it's
Yeah.
easy to write along with the style that they were writing because, the
Yeah.
format of songs is very familiar to me.
Of course. Yeah.
It's easy if you're you.
There we go.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you're simplifying it. You're being humble about it too. But
Yeah. Because I
that
mean,
as well.
you're doing this not like you're not in the same room doing this, right? You're sending files back and forth, collaborating virtually,
Yeah,
right? When you guys are
How
writing.
local are you?
Yeah. How local?
Well, not like, so we sent out the song that is now
Yeah.
special, that's out.
Mhm.
And that was what, like, it's so close to what was originally just before knowing him, knowing who he
Yeah.
was, like, I remember Casey was like, Mark, like, you must listen to this. You must, because I'm not gonna lie, like, there was some things that, like, there are submissions that I was like, not good,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there was also really good ones. I want to say there was
No,
also
there's
really
good,
good
and
ones.
at some point
Yeah.
it's a chore. You're like, fuck another. It's like even if it
Yes,
was apple pie, fucking 50 slices of pie. At some point you're like, brother, I'm good.
You're like, I'm done. I
that's
need to take a break. Yeah.
that's right. And really from hearing that, it was getting upsetting because we hadn't found the right thing.
Yeah.
But Casey, our manager, like, was like, no, you must hear this. And right off the bat, like the first line of the first verse, I was like, this dude, whoever there's clearly swagger here. This is a
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
motherfucker that knows
This
how
guy's
he's
yeah.
trying to project and how
Yeah.
and it was actually, like, we felt like it was perfect
That's
without,
great.
yeah.
I think it's a good fit too. And
Same.
when I listened to the song, like not even fucking gassing you up here. I'm like, this guy is one of the more underrated drummers. Kind of like there's like a
Thank you.
style that especially like a
Yeah.
lot of those. The band starts with the drums, and some of those, your earlier records and your last band, like those are seminal records. And it's like I'm listening. I'm like, well, fuck, it kind of starts there. And I like, I have
Yes.
drum buddies, and obviously there's the flasher guys. Sometimes get that, but on like special here, I was like, okay, like. Fuck. It's nice to hear. It felt like familiar. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I
Very cool.
recognize this drum. Like, even though I like, even
Yes.
there's
I know
something.
what you're saying and it's
Yeah.
very cool, and I'm taking it as a compliment that it is.
But
and I
definitely
appreciate
a
it.
compliment. Yeah, no,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you probably
100%.
felt the same way, like playing with, like doing that with Eddie, kind of the first time, like like
Oh,
when you
yeah.
start making that song, you're like, brother, we're fucking 20 again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, with him, he's over 6 years sober.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm 3. So, like, the fact that when we were kids, like, well, I was 18 when I joined Taking Back Sunday. We started writing Tell Your Friends in a little small practice
Yeah.
space, and we were sober at the time because we were
Mhm.
kids, and we practiced 4 or 5 days a week, but we were all working, so there's not we weren't in that life yet to where,
Yeah.
like, now we have success and it's just
You can't. Yeah.
overindulgence.
You weren't.
Yeah.
You weren't in a position where you could drink at 1 p.m. and have it be acceptable. Kind of. Yeah. You weren't there yet.
And totally
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
Enabled. Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
so, like, that, you're right. Like, that feeling of that pure joy that music brings, and then, like, when you're in the room with someone you're creating, no matter what it is, if you're creating whatever, if it's a podcast,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just flowing, and it was immediate. it was that Special was the first song that we recorded the day that we went to Applehead Studios with our producer Chris Bittner. So that was the first song
Okay.
that we recorded. Eddie had that riff, and right off the bat, man, like Eddie just with the swagger that the way that he strums the guitar is just it's
Yeah.
just a little bit different than anyone else. And
Yeah.
I agree with
and
that.
and
Yeah.
and whatever it is, it really just lights a fire under me. Usually, like literally, he could play almost anything. I'd be like, ooh.
And you
So
could feel it. Your musical brother's kind of like that. Like it goes
Yes.
back like fuck husbands, like just like we're
yes,
soulmates here. I know what you can know what he's gonna do before he kind of does it.
that's
Exactly.
exactly right. It's
Yeah.
It's family. It's family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yes.
God,
But
that's
then we
so
can't forget
beautiful.
we add in like Mike's voice
I was
to
gonna
the
say,
mix
yeah,
too.
then,
I
yeah.
mean, there's an earnestness and rawness to it, especially on the special on the track. Like there's that moment where you just kind of like stop. The music stops and you're like almost out of breath, like whispering to yourself, and it like hits you so hard. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's a
That's
beautiful
dope.
feeling. Yeah,
You like the
it's great.
whisper?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
That part's cool, right? I love that part. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Overall, like not just this track too, but the full length comes out in July.
Yeah.
What was the full recording and writing process for this? So like you had Special, and then you find Mike. Like at this point, like did you guys all come together and make the record? Were they older songs that we
You two were
workshopped?
working on already? Yeah.
So the whole thing with Eddie and I not wanting a singer, whatever it was like we didn't want we were unwavering in no one's allowed to come in and fuck with our songs at all. Like it's
Yeah.
Chris Bittner, like no one, because we've had to deal with things, that we didn't want to have to deal with again.
You don't want to repeat the past. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to have that free space no matter what. And like that was where like we'll get a different singer. So like it was just we didn't know. It's so new, the whole process.
Yeah.
But fuck. I'm so sorry bringing it back. Why was I just saying that again?
Just the creative process of like
making the whole album.
not
making the whole album. Because I mean, this is it's July. It's a small turnaround time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we had the songs. We had 9 songs pretty much completely done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But things got worked around. And then Mike just came in and fucking knocked the shit out of the park every fucking time. Like, knocked the shit out of the park to where, like, Eddie and I, and Chris and Casey would just go, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, is this fucking real right now?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did that dude just hit that fucking note first try? Straight up. And I'm not even saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he does. He does.
Yeah. No.
There
You're
was-
not used to that, were you, Mark? You're like,
there was a
Sorry, Mike,
lot
go
of
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
there was a lot of like this is Mark and Eddie's project when it started.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
So I'm guessing as to like the things that I like. I'm pulling a bunch of like 90s influences that I hear to do over it, because doing
Yeah,
like
I hear that.
anything
Yeah.
similar to what TBS was doing would come off corny, they already
Yeah.
do
I get it,
that really
100%, yeah.
well. That nostalgia is already there.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Mhm.
trying to like reinvent that band. Like that band's its own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And this was like, oh man, I could bring all these things back from like Failure, Nirvana, and like the Toadies, and bands that I really still
Mhm.
listen to all the time that I don't hear anything like that anymore. So
Mhm.
like Special, I finished that, and the second verse, Mark's like, do this instead. Like the end of the song, like the original, there wasn't as big of a break, and I was kind of like out of
Yeah.
breath screaming through the end of the song. Like You're a Mistake was me like yelling to the point of my voice breaking. And
Yeah.
30 minutes after I sent it, Mark calls me and he's like, I've never met or talked to Mark, and he's like, hey, do exactly what you did, change the end to a whisper and bring the chorus back. And I said, all right. And then
Yeah.
sent it. And then like that's basically like where the song
I
sits now.
mean, yeah.
Sick.
So
Yeah.
we
The
it went
whisper, I was like,
basically
how could people really feel what your mistake? How could we
Yeah.
go the other way, whisper it, like, because that hurts more. I don't know. I don't even
No,
need
you're
to talk
right.
about
Yes.
that. But,
Yeah.
you're
No,
When people are
mistake.
screaming at each other, no one's hearing what the other person's saying. When you talk softly, that's when people hear you.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
I love the like excitement that I can feel that you have for like the creation of this song too, because like I can imagine it's nice to be able to have more of like a, not even just a say, but just like feeling like these are equal parts. These are songs that are ours. Like there's
Yeah.
less hands
Yes.
in the in the pot kind of thing. Like this is just I feel like there's a real pureness to this. You're like bringing it back.
And let me be clear, like with Mark and Eddie, me being Mark and Eddie, like, man, the dude straight came in and is absolutely equally a part of the
Yeah.
creative process of
Oh,
what
yeah.
this album is. No question about it. Like everything's shared equally, publishing, and he's
All the
cool.
stuff.
Like there's none of that. So like, it makes it easy. It makes it easy. And then when the dude is just doing dope shit and you don't have to even give him any
Right,
pointers
yeah,
for
yeah,
any
he's
reason,
good too.
Makes
like
it
it's
easy,
like,
yeah.
okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there
love
was
that. Yeah.
there like I was saying, there was like at first it was like their thing, but as it went on, the quality of everything, we had an understanding that like if somebody has an idea that they want me to try, I'm gonna try it. I might be in the
Yeah.
middle of recording one thing at that moment because we're all a little like OCD and ADD, so it was
Yeah.
like we might need to like voice memo it into your phone for a minute, but we're gonna do it. So the more that
Yeah.
became something that we practiced, throughout each song, the less, n- you begin to trust each other or they
Yeah.
begin to trust
Yeah.
me because there wasn't a no. This is the way it's going. So as long as we're
Exactly.
willing
Yeah.
to try things and then we can go, oh, this is better, or I kind of like where I was going before, and everything being split equal. There's no ulterior motives in it. And
No,
uh,
There you go.
it got easier as the songs went on because the trust and the bond was forming, and the first couple were like, I mean, the next single was one that I wrote before meeting them as well.
Oh, nice.
There were no notes. They were like, do that. That's great. There are other songs on the record where
Oh,
we
man.
wrote things a bunch of times. But I
Yeah.
think, like Mark said, hitting it out of the park. I think I needed to come to them with a couple ideas that they really didn't want to change to show that
Yeah.
I'm at least, in the same world as what they're thinking this band could be. In some
yeah,
course,
you
yeah.
wanted to feel like you could carry your own a
Carry your
little.
weight. Mm-hmm.
The part that was fun about this process and going back, like feeling like a kid again, like just exchanging music back and forth. Like
Yeah.
Mike, oh, this is what I've listened to. Mark, I think that you'd like this. Oh, check out this 90s punk shit. And then Neil and Eddie got involved, and we were all just passing each other music back and forth to just give a vibe of what we
Yeah.
all grew up with and what vibe, how we want to come off and project, I guess, into the
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
I love that.
What are you guys listening to right now?
Yeah.
What's the most recent additions to this passing of music?
Sun Poison on repeat.
Okay.
Have you guys heard the whole album?
that's a song on the album.
We haven't heard the whole
We have
album.
not heard. No, we have not heard the whole album.
No, yeah, we've only
No.
heard the single.
Yeah.
Okay, we will get you the
Yeah,
album.
Yeah, I'd love
Get
to
some,
hear it.
send
I
it
really
over to
wanna
the
hear
press.
it,
We
yeah.
got we'll do it right up on our
Okay.
website. We'll give you a
Right.
review.
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
could do.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
You're
know
like,
exactly if I'm able to do that or not.
She's like,
Maybe I was wrong.
She's like, wait, I didn't say that.
Mark.
Mark.
This is why they don't let the drummers do all the interviews.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you what though. There is a song called "Sun Poison" on this
Sun
album,
Poison. Okay.
and man, it is like it is a very, very special song, and I am so sure that it is going to have an impact on society and culture in 2026. That's how
I love that.
That's how
Okay,
strongly I
okay.
feel about it.
Now I
There
need
we
to hear
go.
this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, so speaking of that, I was curious, with All Good Things, which is the name of the album that's coming out in July, obviously kind of an idea of what Special's about, but what are the other themes that you're exploring on this album in terms of the lyrics for the other songs? Like, what are some of the themes that we can expect to hear from the songs?
So with this album, I've kind of treated it like an open journal entry.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
For things throughout my life, because like I can't write about things Mark and Eddie have gone through. I hadn't really got to know them yet. And I'm
Yeah.
not connected to their past with their past bands, but I have,
Yeah.
at 40, I've lived a life, and
Yeah.
I wrote
I'm an adult.
like Special is about a little bit about someone hurting you, but it's more about like what did I do to let myself be in this spot? Like, what
Mhm.
makes you feel so special? It really is like looking
Yeah.
in the mirror. It's not me talking about somebody else so much. So a lot of the record goes into the reflection of, I drank heavily for a long period of time in my life. I still drink
Okay.
occasionally, but I kind of got to a point, and I know not everyone can get there, but like I just stopped. And it was really like I had to figure out what I wanted out of my life, what made me happy,
Mhm.
what where I wanted things to go. Like, because you can only do the same thing over and over again for so long before it's like, all right, is this it? Is this all you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Is this all you want
you
out
know,
of life? Yeah.
the
You
record
The,
starts out.
the, the, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Mark. The
No, no,
record
no.
starts out with the idea of like being at the bottom. Like, maybe you could take it as like being at rock bottom, but like it was really like being at a place where you're like, I'm not happy with myself anymore. And what am I going to do about it? And then falling in
Mhm.
love and really just being scared of love because you're going to get in your own way. Um,
Yeah.
and then, accepting yourself and then truly being happy in love and thinking about things at the beginning of your life that made you happy, and then at the end of your life, are you gonna let those negative things influence you till the day you die, or are those things you're going to
Yeah.
embrace later as a part of your story? So it I kind of jump all over the place. I think
Yeah. It's
Special's the
beautiful.
only one that comes across as kind of bitter towards yourself, but it's because I was
Yeah.
annoyed with myself for letting bad things happen.
I
But
feel you, Mike. I feel you.
let this song can also listen. It's for personal. If you need to think, if there's a relationship, like man, the way that it hit me on a personal level the very first time I heard what he sent,
Mhm.
it I right off the bat uh was like to Casey, our manager, I was like, I thought that we weren't telling anybody about whatever the issue, and she was like, I
Yeah.
didn't, and
I
I was
know.
like, nah.
You're like, this feels too personal.
This
Like,
feels like
It was,
really like he was in my
and
mind.
and once she let me know, like, Mark, I absolutely didn't say a word. I promise you that. That like
Wow.
really that moment was like, holy fucking shit. If this is hitting me this hard on a personal level like this, it's gonna do the same for others, man. It's gonna help.
Oh yeah.
so I know 3 years sober are like obviously playing music. It's a different experience too. There's a different
Mhm,
rawness to it.
mhm.
What about like possible live shows, and touring and stuff like that? Is that something you guys are going to explore? And how, is it going to be an ease into that or you're comfortable with it?
We're going like every day is like it's such a new thing. Like this, and the way that we're doing it is so far removed from the way at least I personally have done it, from like the basement to the van tour to the blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And this is a completely different thing. I do know that we're talking to a booking agent maybe, so like and he's a good one, and like that's really, I don't know how that gets going, but we're gonna get a booking agent very soon. I think we're gonna have to just
Oh, that's
decide on
great.
one,
Hell yeah.
and that will be how we know, like but yes, we're gonna play shows, and it's gonna be, of course, it's gonna be
Yeah.
amazing. Like that's exactly,
Hell yeah.
man. With my kids, like I have been out of Taking Back Sunday, right? And my daughter was young when it happened, so she never got to see me play. And throughout this entire time, she's had people in her ear going, "Oh, it's just too bad you're not going to see your dad play anymore." And I couldn't have that. I wasn't going out like that. No
No.
goddamn way. My little girl is going to see her daddy thrive. You know
How
what I
old's your
mean?
daughter?
Exactly.
She's about to turn 7.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah. So
beautiful.
yeah, she would have been too young to really
Yeah.
But I wanted to say that this project in all is about being liberated and
Yeah.
and knowing to when you need to bet on yourself, when things aren't going, like Mike said, when things are not going exactly the way that you see, and there's issues happening around you, all of a sudden one day you're in this corny little village with a bunch of cornballs doing corny ass shit, and you don't want to do that anymore. How are you going to break free?
yeah.
You got to rebuild, and you got to be okay with it. You got to be okay with letting go, and you got to be okay with starting over. And I know that for all of us, like this is just what that is, and it's beautiful. It's been hard. It's really not easy to get this to where we are here today, talking to you and having the album done and all that. But man, I'll tell you what, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever been a part of, and I couldn't be more proud. I want everybody to know that.
I was gonna say, no, it feels like you've like hit the other side, like that all that shit and as you leave a band, there's bitterness and this stuff, and it feels
personal relationships.
You feel very liberated. Yeah, that's the way it appears to me.
And I feel like, man, you could hear it. You could hear it, the freedom and just like man, just being able to live through music.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what you could hear. You could hear bullshit in music. You could hear if it's the most real shit in the world, whatever it is. You could hear that freedom, I feel, with this album. And it's great.
Of course, no. And
that's excellent.
are you guys are all in Long Island still? Mike, where were you at?
I live in Chicago.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and Eddie lives in Sandusky, Ohio. So none of us.
Wow.
Sandusky, Ohio. Wow. Oh.
Eddie, if Eddie was here, he'd be like, but Long Island, born and raised out of
Yeah,
but
he
talks
like he's still from. He talks like he still lives there. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, give me that coffee. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, because when we were emailing back and forth, like she sent over the times in Pacific, and Amanda's like, I wouldn't want to make you all wake up that early. And I'm like, well, I'm the only West Coaster. I'm like, they're all in Long Island, aren't they? Like, they live over there.
Oh, never mind.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
No, only Rob has to wake up early.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He could do it.
We were good. We were
he's
good. That liberating feeling, though, how much of that is due to like the personal work or like general personal bullshit that you've probably had to go through over the past couple of years to get to that side? Like how much more, how much more satisfying is it this time around, like releasing a record with this, this connection to it
versus your previous ones? Yeah.
Like, so I'm 45 years old now, you know what I mean? So I had to make a choice and it starts with the being okay with zero streams type thing. Like I had to go into this new part of my life, whatever it may be, not worrying about the not doing it for money, not doing it for anything other than having the need to create.
Yeah.
And having it be unwavered and real. So it's the best feeling in the world. And it's the best feeling to be able to make this shit work with Eddie. Because it has been hard, but man, like it's so beautiful. He wants it. And if something is still salvageable, if like Eddie and I didn't do anything to cross any lines to where we would never talk to each other again, like straight up, like I knew that our relationship is salvageable. I knew that he was my brother. And I knew that he loved me that whole time that we weren't talking. right?
Yeah.
And there was misunderstandings, there's stories going back and
Always are. Yeah.
whatever it is, and we're trying to figure it out as we go. But the reason that we have been able to get this far is because we want it,
Yeah.
and you have to want it. You have to be able to deal with the fucking pain that comes along with all the beauty at the end if you do it right and if you care enough.
Exactly.
And that's what we have.
And
That's
yeah, I
really
know.
cool.
Yeah, you don't want to don't want to speak directly for Eddie, but I know I've previously before we arranged this, I was speaking to him a bit, and it sounds like kind of a similar situation there where we talked. He was like, I don't want to talk too much about the past because like it took so long to
Yeah.
fucking get over that and to get past that and to
Exactly.
get clean, and it's like this is a new beginning. This is
Mhm.
about now. Like let the past be the
Exactly.
past, bygones be bygone. Like that's there. This is a new fucking band. Like this is
Right.
Yeah.
and I was like, hell yeah, Eddie. Like let's go, brother. I'm with you.
Exactly.
Dude,
New band.
right, like straight up. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about it. It's so fucking awesome. And Eddie's his positivity, it's a new. I mean, him and I are so different from who we were back then, and thank God for that. But also, we're the same people at the same time. We have that. We like punk. We like hardcore. We grew up in this scene. It doesn't need to
Yeah.
be perfect, but it needs to be cared for, and it needs to be handled delicately. And if you do that, it good things come.
Yeah. And you guys are doing it at the right time. I mean, right now, pop punk, hard rock, hardcore, all of it's coming back. I mean, it has been
Mhm.
slowly progressing like 2024, 2025, but I feel like rock is now back kind of pseudo in the mainstream now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like,
Not yet.
They're even
not
putting
yet.
the
It's
cards on
getting
the
there.
radio
Yeah,
again.
The album
it's
comes out
getting
in
there.
July, so rock will
There we
get
go.
back.
You're
Rock will be
like
back
it.
in July. That's
No
right.
one's
Yeah.
Give it 2
motherfucking.
months.
No one's even coming even close. I'm gonna talk shit. No one's coming close to what we did. No one's coming close to what this album is. I
I'm
don't give
Talking
a
excited to
record
hear
of
fuck.
the
it.
year,
Yeah.
album of the
I
year.
mean, I know it. I don't need any accolades from anybody else. We know it. That's all
You
that
know
we,
it.
you know
And
what I
that's
mean? But
beautiful. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, record of
Yeah.
the year, no doubt.
When do you think? On that note, you mentioned your daughter, because I had similar, with kids, and it's the same thing. We're like, yeah, they could Google you fucking record song, blah blah blah. Like at the end of the day, what's really nice is like if something were to happen to you, you have this legacy here of like this music, this art you've created that you could be proud of, that you can show your kids.
Yep.
hmm I mean,
I'm
this album gave me that to be able to give to her. Now I
Yeah.
can, instead of
it
instead of
feels
the
good,
old,
huh?
Yeah.
the new album is the legacy. The band Me is our legacy. Our old shit is not our legacy. Because man, what Me is as a culture, right? As a
Yeah.
like a is so far away removed from what Taking Back Sunday
Well, I'm
is
sure,
and
yeah,
was.
I'm sure that at some point stopped
Yeah.
feeling that, became going through the motions, or stopped feeling special by the third, fourth go around.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
even if it wasn't dramatic, even personal stuff aside, just
Yeah.
at some point you get used to, well, you release a record, then you fucking end up on Billboard, and that's just what you do. Like,
Yeah.
better go do that again.
like this creative outlet is our personalities. It is if you do something like this podcast, man, you guys believe in this, and I think you wanted to do it because you wanted to do it. You had
Yeah.
things that you wanted to talk to people about, and that's
Yeah.
just being able to get up and go ahead and do the thing. Take there's going to be people outside going, oh, look at them, and they'll call this shit the little podcast, but fuck that shit. No,
Yeah.
none of that. You're doing
Fuck
what you
y'all.
want to, and that's how you
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. That's how we
That's how,
win.
yeah,
Tell 'em.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
no, I'm
man,
with you. Exactly, same thing.
Yeah.
You're like, this is my shit. I made this.
That is mostly Rob's
morals.
pep talk to me. That's
That is
mostly
literally what I
Rob's
say all
pep
the
talk
time.
to
I'm
me.
like, there'll be bigger shows. I'm like, we're the fucking best show there is. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm
We're
pretty
better
sure
than
that's
every other
Rob.
show.
Yeah.
you have
Every
to
other
be
show,
like
I
that.
know that for
Yeah.
a fact. Like,
Yeah. Mark, you're bringing the
That's-
same energy Rob brings. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
you 100%.
fuck,
yeah.
Mark, I like you a lot, brother. Like,
You have
same
to.
thing.
You have to do it that way.
Yep.
And last thing I want to say is the core values of Me and the album and what we're bringing, and hopefully what we bring to as many people as we can. It has to lie with the morals of me as a human being and everyone else. And
Yeah.
it wasn't that before. And man, I'm going out the way I know after this album. Like I know I'm going to be able to live, knowing
Yeah.
that my world and creative space lie in the same area, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's very important.
You've taken control your own controlling your own narrative, taking
That's
control,
right.
And your own
taking your power
destiny.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Excellent.
Cool. You guys are
That
cool.
makes me say, oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, I gotta ask, beside the track that we need to hear that when it comes
Sun
out,
Poison. Yeah.
Sun Poison. What's your favorite track on the record you're looking forward to playing live when we get there?
Mike, you want to go?
Grown Man. That's the single that comes out in like a couple weeks
Grown
for sure.
Man. Okay. Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, we all have
the-
different favorite
oh,
songs on the record on a daily basis. So, but today,
That's true.
Grown Man.
Okay. Grown Man.
Yeah, Grown Man. Our next is so exciting. But to play live, I was thinking, like the most punk influenced song is the last song on the album, is called This Is What It's Like to Feel Normal. How's it, Mike? What is it?
This is
This is what it feels like to be normal.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's fast, upbeat song, and man, like I can't wait to play that song.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I want to see some crowd surfing and some pits forming.
Straight
I wanna
up.
see
This
some,
is
yeah.
It's
one
gonna be
of the
hard for me
more
not to leave the drums
inspirational,
and start a
invigorating
circle pit.
fucking
Yeah, circle pit it
conversations
all
we've
up,
had
yeah.
on here. I didn't know what I didn't expect this to be as like inspiring as this was. I
It's very
appreciate
inspiring.
the hell out of you guys. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
Mike. Thank you, Mark.
Good.
Yeah.
July 24th, you people watching this, go. I was gonna tell them to go to the store to buy the record, but you guys, know how to find the music on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy the record at Starbucks.
Yeah. Go to your local Tower Records. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a pre-save link. There's a pre-save link all over the socials.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll have
perfect,
them
on the
down there
socials.
for you too.
Yep.
So,
We'll make sure we post them for you.
Thank you.
appreciate you
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining
Yeah.
us.
No problem.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kids Anonymous. Check it out, you did.